You just yawned. Or you're about to. Just reading the word is enough. That's not a coincidence. That's one of the strangest, most ancient reflexes your body still carries. And after centuries of trying, science still can't fully explain why it happens. Think about that. You can explain how black holes bend light. You can map the human genome. But yawning? The thing your body does dozens of times a day? The thing that spreads through a room like a rumor? Nobody knows exactly why. And that should bother you more than it does. Here's what you do know. You've been yawning since before you were born. Fetuses yawn in the womb as early as 11 weeks into development. Before you had a single thought, before you had a name, your tiny jaw was already dropping open in the dark. Whatever yawning is for, it starts that early. For most of human history, nobody questioned it. Ancient Greek physicians, including Hippocrates himself, believed yawning was the body forcing out bad air, a kind of biological exhaust valve releasing poison from your lungs before a fever took hold. That explanation held for nearly 2,000 years. 2,000 years of being completely wrong. The first modern theory came in the late 20th century, and it seemed obvious once someone said it out loud. Yawning brings in more oxygen. Your body gets sluggish, your blood gets stale, and so your jaw cracks open to pull in a rush of fresh air. Clean and logical. Except researcher Robert Provine tested it directly in the 1980s and found that breathing air with higher oxygen levels didn't reduce yawning at all. Neither did breathing air with elevated carbon dioxide. The lungs were not the point. So then what was? Andrew Gallup at Princeton University proposed something more interesting. Yawning, he argued, is your brain cooling itself down. Your skull is essentially a computer running hot. When your brain temperature rises, through fatigue, boredom, or waking up, the act of yawning floods the sinus cavities near your brain with cooler air. The jaw stretching increases blood flow. The deep inhale drops the temperature just enough to sharpen alertness. Gallup's team showed that people yawn significantly more in conditions designed to raise brain temperature, and significantly less when given cold packs held to their foreheads. The brain cooling hypothesis is currently the strongest theory on the table, but it still doesn't explain everything. It doesn't explain why yawning is contagious. You've felt it. Someone across the room yawns and something fires in you involuntarily. You resist it. Your eyes water. You lose. It happens through video. It happens through audio. It has even been documented through text, which means right now, reading this, some part of your nervous system is already preparing the response. This is not a flaw. This is ancient social technology. Researcher Stephen Platek and colleagues at Drexel University discovered that contagious yawning is directly linked to empathy. People who score higher on measures of emotional awareness and social sensitivity are significantly more likely to catch a yawn from someone else. Psychopathy, which correlates with reduced empathy, also correlates strongly with reduced contagious yawning. The more you feel what other people feel, the more your body mirrors what their bodies do. Your ancestors lived in groups where survival depended on synchronization. Sleeping together, moving together, waking together. A yawn rippling through a group at dusk may have been a signal. Time to wind down, time to shift to alert, time to move. A social clock built into the jaw. Chimpanzees catch yawns from each other. Dogs catch yawns from humans. Specifically from humans they are bonded with. Wolves, baboons, budgerigars. Contagious yawning has been documented across dozens of species. This behavior is not uniquely human. It is ancient. It predates language, culture, and fire. And yet, for all of that age, for all of that universality, the mechanism is still not pinned down. The brain cooling hypothesis explains the solo yawn. The empathy mirroring research explains the social yawn. But a single unified, peer-reviewed consensus? It doesn't exist. Not yet. What science does know is that yawning changes with age in a way that tells a quiet story. Children on the autism spectrum, who often experience challenges with social mirroring, yawn significantly less in response to others than neurotypical children do. Elderly people with advanced dementia yawn spontaneously but rarely catch yawns from others, as if the social circuitry fades while the biological reflex remains. The two systems, the body's need and the social echo, are wired separately, firing from different depths of the brain. You just yawned again, didn't you?